And now to discuss the news of the U.S. Defense Secretary telling during a key Ukraine war meeting at the NATO headquarters that American troops will not deploy to Ukraine as peacekeepers for any peace deal with Vladimir Putin. Joining us now for more conversation on this move, we're joined by public affairs and political analyst Alistair Wilcox. Well, Alistair, many thanks for joining us. We appreciate you for doing this with us. I mean, let's just get started very quickly because we're pressed for time. What are your perspectives on Trump's administration's approach to ending the Ukraine war?
Well, Trump has never, Trump has never hidden his disdain for Ukraine, even though sometimes he will prove to be friendly with Ukraine by having meetings with the leaders of Ukraine. But Trump has always been sympathetic to Russia. There has been this bond between Trump and Vladimir Putin. As such, Trump will not take the kind of hard stand that Americans will always have taken, just as the recent Democratic Party was doing, Biden was taking a very hard stand. Trump is sympathetic to Vladimir Putin, and as such, in all circumstances, he wants to be in the good books of Putin. During the election, Trump was boasting that he could end the war in 24 hours. But of course, this is like 20 days after he was sworn in, and then the war is still, they're just trying to look for a middle course approach. So Trump has a personal relationship with Putin, and that, of course, is at variance with American stance as far as Russian issues are concerned. So it's not surprising that the recently confirmed defense secretary will come and tell you that American troops will not be there for any peacekeeping operation. As it is now, what the Trump administration is looking for is for Ukraine to cede part of their land to Russia as a way of rapprochement to ending the war, and for which every other part of Europe is against. So Trump is very susceptible. Very friendly with Putin. As such, he will not want to be hard, just like the everyday American president will all want to be as far as Russian issues is concerned.
Yeah, and the U.S. Defense Secretary also says that the fundamental issue of Ukraine NATO membership is unrealistic. Would you agree to that statement, that is unrealistic?
Well, what was the cause of the war initially, among others, is that Ukraine wants to be a member of NATO so that they can have more security. And that was even why Putin had to attack Ukraine in order to see he can scuttle that. It's not an impossible task if the U.S. would be the U.S. that we know. You see, U.S. has been a country that stands against Russia because Russia is a world power. And anything that will give Russia advantage over a military advantage over the allies of U.S., they stand against it. But like I said, it's not. I mean, everybody should expect what is happening today, and that is why the president of Ukraine has been running around just before this administration comes to power to see how much leverage you could have. So Russia, what do you call him, Trump, is a friend of Russia, of Putin, not just a friend of Russia, but himself and Putin, they have some personal thing that the world is yet to know as to why he is trying to see how he can dance to their tune. What is impossible in Ukraine being a member of NATO? Why is it a ruled out thing? Every other NATO members, every other European countries want Ukraine to be a member of NATO so that they could solidify Ukraine's security. So why will America say it is not it's impossible? I think that shows the character of Trump and that his alliance and allegiance to Putin, other than maintaining the interest of the allies that Americans have had over the years.
And let's look at the implication of the stand of Trump's administration. Just look at their approach on this war. Do you see a demoralized Ukraine in the near future? Will they give in or will they just give up?
Well, Ukraine, they have put up a good fight as far as standing up to Russian aggression is concerned. The war is almost 3 years old now. I mean, as far as Russia was concerned, they thought it was going to be a tea party, that they would just overrun Ukraine within a week or two, and Ukraine will be a part of Russia, but they have seen that that is not possible, and that the Ukrainians have fought tirelessly with the support of the then democratic government in America and other European countries. With what Trump is doing now, yes, there's going to be some demoralization of Ukraine. Ukraine will end up ceding their territories to Russia just in order for them, because I mean, without the Western support, without the Western weapon, without the Western ammunition, without the Western money, Ukraine may not be able to stand at all with Russia in terms of for a longer time. So Ukraine might be demoralized a bit, but again, they put up a brave fight, and it now depends on other European countries to see how much leverage they can have. Well, Trump has 4 years in the White House. Yes, just started, and then let's see what will happen after the Trump era. But Trump should know that he has 4 years, and 4 years will not end the world. Some other person will come in, and then the real American power, the real American that we know, that's always standing toe-to-toe with Russia, might still manifest in a long bit. The world is empathic to Ukraine right now because they've been left bare. Just like what Trump did in the first time, when he has to betray the Kurds in northern Syria and allowed Turkey to overrun them. I mean, America was defending and protecting them until Trump came and he just withdrew the support and allowed the Turkish authority to overrun the Kurds in northern Syria. I mean, this is the kind of person Trump is, and he's a divisive person, and his own strategy nobody knows. But let's hope that 4 years will come and go, and then the world will be a better place post-Trump era.
Well, that seems to be every hope of the international world or the global stage looking. Alistair, many thanks for doing this with us. Alistair Wilcox, he's international policy analyst, just giving us a bit of insight with the Ukraine and Russia war and the U.S. stance on that war.